All right, I'm gonna keep this short, sweet, and to the punch. And some people not gonna like what I'm about to say. It's common sense, but common sense really is not so common anymore. And if you're a trader, or for those of you who are new to trading, or for those of you maybe you're watching a video like this because you're not consistent, right? Everyone gets in to trading, forex, stocks, whatever, to make money. We know this. But the common sense that ain't so common is if you can't accept this, you shouldn't be a trader. And that's you're going to lose money. It is inevitable. It is going to happen. There is no avoiding it. It's you cannot escape it. If you are trading, you will lose money. Accept that fact. If you cannot accept that, go be a gardener. Go back to that 9 to 5 job. Go back to that cubicle. Go back to that square you're in all day. Go do something else because trading is not for you. If you cannot accept the fact that you will lose money, go do something else. And I see sometimes like these gurus, these trading gurus or investment gurus, I can guarantee you 70% returns, 80% return, 235% returns on the year. At 235% more than S&P did last year. I can guarantee you that. You see these gurus, right? The word guarantee. So I'm someone with the finance background, right? It doesn't relate to trading, but I'm gonna preface this by saying this. I'm someone with the finance background, so I have my Series 7, my Series 63, my Series 66. And the one thing that it harps on when you're taking those tests, the one thing that it says regarding investments, regarding securities, in our case stocks, let's say stocks or forex, whatever you trade, no investment is guaranteed. If you see the word guaranteed, that's your sign to get up and run. That's your sign to go far away from whatever source you are, because that's a scam. There is no guarantees when it comes to investing. It doesn't even make sense, right? In order to make your money, make more money, you have to put money up on the line in order to make your money dance, in order to make your money eat. Like if there was no risk-free investments, I think we would all do it. I mean, you can invest in like CDs, you can invest in like bonds. They have lower risk, very slight chance that it will have any risk, but that's not why you're here. You're here because you're a trader, right? There's no guarantees when it comes to investing. You'll lose money, and in the beginning stages, have a small enough account where you can accept those losses. Because if you go in with like 10K, 20K, or even 1K, and you can't accept a loss, if that loss actually hurts because you need to use that money in order to pay your expenses, pay your light bill, take your girl out to dinner, like if you got to use that money to actually pay for things, you're just setting yourself up for failure because you're going to lose money. And just when you put money into your trading account, just imagine when you're learning, when you put money into your trading account, just imagine you'll never see it again. Imagine you'll never see those funds again. Have that mindset, because then you know, okay, I won't need that money to pay my water bill. I won't need that money to take my dog to the vet. I won't need that money to help my turtle out. I won't, you know what I'm saying? It is guaranteed you'll lose money. But in the beginning stages, the early stages, when you're first getting into the game, when you're first learning, use that capital. I mean, it varies for everyone. I can't give you an end-all be-all on how much money you should put in your account, because my risk tolerance may be different than your risk tolerance. You know what I'm saying? And just because you have a lot of money, say you have thousands or hundreds of thousands to spend, that doesn't mean you should put hundreds of thousands in your account, because you're not learning. You're more so just doing dumb shit. Because going back to the point, you're going to lose money. I don't understand why people don't understand this when it comes to investing. Like with anything that's worth striving for, there's going to be a hard, there is going to be a thing that's difficult. If you want to put on muscle, you got to eat right. You got to go through the tough training. You got to make sure you're consistent. If you want to be a boxer, you got to go in, you got to spar, you got to go do these things. If you want to be a doctor, you got to go and study, you got to put in the work, you got to put in the time. The same goes for trading. People think this is a gambling game. It's gambling if you don't know what the fuck you're doing. What is it? A blind squirrel can find a nut and every once in a while. The key with trading is consistency. If you're in this game to get a quick buck, go do something else. Like if you're consistent, if you know what you're doing, if you know the skill of trading, then it could be, I guess, a quick buck because you're consistent and you know when to cut your losses. That's the thing. You're going to lose money, but you need to have a plan. All right, going into the trade, I'm going to lose X amount of money, whether it's $200, $50, $10. Going in, you should have an estimate of how much money you're going to lose prior to going into the trade. The best traders have an idea of where they're going to cut losses, whether it's a certain price point on the chart or whether it's a certain dollar amount. I prefer a price point on the chart. It's different depending on what you're trading. Options doesn't matter. Just have an idea of when you're going to exit, regardless if you're up or you're down. Because once you enter a position, you got to exit regardless. So have a plan. But going back to the main message, if you think you're just going to come into this game, if you think you're just going to make money right off the bat, go do something else, right? Once you see all the YouTubers, you see all these people on the internet like highlighting the successes, but you don't see all the work they put in beforehand. You don't see all the losses they took before. Like I've been doing this for almost like 6 years and I haven't been consistent until like a year ago. And now I'm just scaling up with my capital. Like this is not something that just happened. Some quicker than others. And me, it took a little bit longer because I had life happen, school happened, things happen. But now I'm actually becoming consistent and I want to get to the point where I can do this for a living. Because that's my end all be all is to trade and to have time with my fam and to travel and do these things. And trading allows for that, but you're not going to get it right away. So drill that into your skull. That it's inevitable. You're going to lose money, and that's okay. What you have to do is learn from it. Have a plan. Have a set plan. Your risk to reward. If it's 3-1, say you're risking 1%, your reward has to be 3%, right? Have a set plan on when you're going to exit. And I will go more into detail on another video and explain how I manage my risk and how risk should be your number one priority. It shouldn't be how much money you're making. Risk should be your number one priority. So I'll drop another vid on what I do exactly to manage my risk. But I haven't dropped an update in a minute. The account that I'm doing a challenge from $300 to $1,000. We're currently at $698. I took a little hiatus. We had a couple losses in there, a couple gains. In the next vid where I'm on my computer, I'll show you like the daily breakdown because on Webull you could see my plus minus for the day. So stay tuned, more on the way. And we're getting back to the trading vids because I love the trading vids. You should too. Let's make this money. Let's do our thing. Let's grind. Let's go.